Okay, viewers, hello and welcome back. In the feature match, we have Degryse Pepijn versus Gyselinck Jelle. This time it is Pepijn who is in a high position in the leaderboard, and Jelle is a bit of our resident genius who has won 2 opens and made the top 8 of the third one so far. So, probably our highest decorated player in the league. Currently I have no idea what Pepijn is playing, but I know that Jelle is playing black-green Delirium. Okay. Jelle is also our resident idiot, not just our resident genius. Okay, so I'm really curious to see what Pepijn will be playing. Both players have their opening hands, and I heard that Pepijn will be starting. But can we see something in that hand already? Not I can't, maybe you can. I'm watching this on a pretty small screen. And we start with meandering or meandering river. Yeah, that's it. These lands are errated to common because of the common reprinting in the Planeswalker decks. And Jelle has a tune with Ether to start things off. Get some energy, gets a swamp. So we have black-green Delirium with a energy sub-theme, and there we have a Thraben Inspector. So it's looking like we have another blue-white blink deck on our hands here. This is the last day that Reflector Mage is legal, so for a lot of people this is the goodbye party for that card, and that's exactly how some of them describe this frequent viewing of Reflector Mage. Jelle has a Vessel of Nascency, a very strong Delirium enabler, of course. And gets his own dual land. Ah, no, we see Pepijn going for a mountain here, so he's not just blue-white blink. A lot of possibilities here. He could have some blue splashing build of vehicles, and the Stone Quarry kind of confirms that suspicion. We have a transgress. No, we have a removal spell. No, transgress the mind. But I didn't see what Jelle took. And a Gnaw Roots. Little Death Toucher that could. That's not the one. Not sure what the name of the 1/1 Death Toucher is that gets +2/+2 of Delirium. We have Galvanic Bombardment. Taking it out, so it doesn't even matter anymore what it was. And a Pilgrim's Eye for Jelle. There we go. obviously the other version. Getting a land. So quite slow starts. It got negated, that explains. So quite slow starts for both these players here. Still curious as to what Pepijn is playing. It could be American control as well from what we're seeing right now. The main deck negate does make me suspect that. So blue, white, red control perhaps. Jelle has another attune. To further smooth out his mana and build up some energy. Finds a swamp and a Seed Guardian. So Seed Guardian also likes to have a very full graveyard. And Pepijn is battling with just a horde of inspectors here. It's an anticipate to dig for, I assume, lands at this point. Since he does seem a bit stuck on mana producers. And he still has 2 or 3 clues available for him to sacrifice. But he says go. So he got the land he wanted to play. And he now has 2 mana up. Quite a lot of spells available to him now. Blessed Alliance is something I'd be expecting at this point as well. And there we have a Liliana. For Jelle. There we go. Pilgrim's Eye still counts as an uncommon. Yes, in standard, that's the rarity that counts. It is a uncommon in Battle for Zendikar. And Jelle plays a Terrarium. So you see that Jelle's deck is a bit on the slower spectrum of black-green Delirium decks, but it's very capable of actually getting that Delirium. We're reaching an uneasy mid-game here. Pepijn dug with another anticipate for a land, found a Highland Lake. Is gently but steadily building up his mana base. We've seen some flashes of cards in his hand, but I have been unable to recognize them. So I'm not sure what he's hoping to get that will put him ahead. Meantime, Jelle has an Ishkana. Quite a formidable threat on its own. And he's considering coming in with the Seed Guardian. And the Pilgrim's Eye. It does have flying, so it's been a free attack for a little while now. Pepijn rather keep 3 life than now he's blocking to play the lightning, harnessed lightning on the Seed Guardian afterward. That'll put quite a sizable token into play. Jelle, hoe groot is de token? Ja, so it's a 3/3 token. So Pepijn really needs a sweeper of some kind. If he is on 3-color control, I sort of assume he has at least 2 of Descent upon the Sinful, Fumigate, and the white sweeper from Battle for Zendikar that also awakens a land. We have a metal spinner, puzzle knot, and another vessel of nascency for a Jelle. And another harnessed lightning. To get rid of the 3/3 elemental token that the Seed Guardian left behind. And let's see. I completely forgot the name of the mythic that was just played. The Gear Hulk, the blue Gear Hulk. That's how we played the harnessed lightning. Torrential Gear Hulk, yes, of course. And also gets a block in. Yeah, that I completely missed the sequence there. So I guess it blocked the Ishkana. Jelle got the Ishkana back somehow and then replayed it, and we have 6 spiders in play then. Jelle murdering, trying to murder the Gear Hulk, but seeing only a dispel. No, negate. But at this point, Jelle is capable of just pretty much killing Pepijn with the activated ability on Ishkana. So Jelle very firmly in control of this game, unless Pepijn draws into a mass removal spell. It's another harnessed lightning just to kill off a pilgrim. It's the only thing that it has evasion, of course. And I'm not sure what that is. Pepijn, velocity spell? Ah, okay. That was a promo Rise from the Tide. Bringing with it 6 zombie tokens. much representing Grasp of Darkness with this attack, and Pepijn wanting none of that and opting to take 3 damage, but now he exactly has twice the amount of life as Jelle's tokens, and Pepijn will die to 2 activations of the Graf Widow's activated ability. So I assume one of the zombies got -2, -1 from Liliana. And now Pepijn pretty much only has this attack to force something onto Jelle, and all Jelle wants to do is make sure he doesn't lose any of his spiders, because that's his route to victory. And apparently they're attacking. Ja, dat dacht ik al. So that's how it ends. The attack was going to Liliana. Jelle, of course, did not care whatsoever anymore about that attack. Let it through, and then 2 activations from the Ishkana finish off Pepijn. Again, Pepijn, who's in the top of our leaderboard right now, trying to lock up his slot in the Invitational that will take place in about 3 weeks. And we're off to sideboarding. At this point, the matchup seems very solidly in favor of Jelle. Let's see if sideboarding makes a big difference on that front. So again, if you're new to our channel, hello and welcome. Feel free to put any complaints, suggestions, questions, whatever you want to in the chat, and we will do our utmost best to make sure that we accommodate you as best as we can. Let us know if we can do something better or different for you. I will keep my shirt on, but other than that, you can ask pretty much anything. Apparently there's a lot going on right now, so we're having a bit of an issue getting some viewers. It's, at least we're ahead of a couple of streams. I do have to say we're the most professional looking one of all the streams. All this Magic Online stuff going on, so boring. So in the meantime, our players are shuffling up for game 2. And we are on our way. Pepijn will be on the play again in game 2. And they're drawing their opening 7s. So Jelle on his own version. So Jelle on his black-green Delirium, very devoted to actually getting Delirium deck, versus Pepijn's blue-white-red control deck, with a Rise from the Tides finisher from what it looks like. We haven't seen too much from his deck other than that, just some removal and a Rise from the Tide, some counter magic as well. So, excuse me. The benefit that control decks usually have in this format is that they have better options for sideboarding. So we will see what comes out of this. Not sure if Jelle has any tools to further beat control. I do remember he hinted at having some pretty interesting sideboard tech against control decks a little earlier. I'm curious to see what that was, because I completely forgot. He showed me, but I forgot. Ah yes, it's the self-assembler, the 4/4 that gets copies of himself, is what Jelle had as a super secret sideboard tag. So let's see how that plays out actually. Jelle opening on an Evolving Wilds. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm losing a lot of time typing. It's to provide you guys with the most recently played cards. As I know that our resolution is quite subpar. So we have a Moldsgraf Scavenger for Jelle, not that scary right now, and Pepijn responds with an Anticipate to dig a little bit into his deck for whatever he is missing. Plays a Highland Lake. Both players nicely developing their mana base in this very quiet early game. It's a vessel of nascency for Jelle. Both enabling his Delirium and digging into something. I couldn't quite get what it was though. And he has reached Delirium. So his Scavenger is hitting for 3 now. His very own mini common Tarmogoyf, if you may. Tarmogoyf would be 4/5 by now, but still, it's a good card. So, swinging for 3. Still no removal for Pepijn, so no Blessed Alliances or anything like that. And there we have the Death Toucher again. Jelle, noemt dat beest? Draaiend? It's a Dryad, Gnarlwood Dryad. That's the one. But it gets taken out with a Harnessed Lightning, so it's no longer relevant. Next up we have a Grapple with the Past. So that's still on the stack. Such a cute art. I don't appreciate card arts enough, I think. I should, especially when I'm casting. Makes it so much easier to recognize the cards. And Jelle choosing to take back a Pilgrim's Eye, so signaling he's a bit light on mana and looking for things to cast higher up the curve. I think I see an Ishkana peeking in his hand there. Pilgrim's Eye comes in. Gets a Swamp. Does he have a 2 mana card to play still? No, but we have a 1 mana Vessel of Nascency again. Ça va? pushing through every little bit of damage he can, already knocking Pepijn down to 7 life in this game 2. Jelle is in the lead already, won game 1 very decisively even. And here is a Spite's Malice. Myers Malice, not Spite's Malice. But that gets answered with a Spell Shrivel. Okay, Pepijn quite on the ropes here again, and he already knows that Jelle has quite some interesting things to follow up with. Jelle pretty much casting the Malice to force some counter spells out of Pepijn's hand to make room for his Jelle keeps trolling us here. Pepijn doesn't seem to be playing like somebody who has the answer available. He is holding a Chandra Flamecaller though, and he'll probably need to play her and minus for her to have a chance at this game. Yeah, he has to minus for her. Pepijn still thinking. Oh, okay. Pepijn choosing to attack for 6 with her. That also brings her out of range of Alpha Strike here. So he is stepped out. Jelle hitting her down to 1 and playing the Ishkana to create an army that now can't be killed by the Chandra. So sweeper or bust pretty much for Pepijn. And again, he doesn't look like he's the guy that has the answer available. We have a glimmer of genius. For him to dig deeper. Not sure what he's digging into. He needs a sweeper that deals 2 damage at least to all creatures to still have a shot in this game. Scries 2 away, draws 2 cards. He still has the 0 ability from the Chandra to cycle his hand. Chooses to kill the Ishkana, but he still leaves exactly 7 power on the board like this. So he's still dead to an Alpha Strike from Pepijn. And I'm pretty sure at this point we're just going through the motions again, with Jelle winning the game the next turn. How much better would this board have been if he... Yes, okay, so Pepijn -1ing the Chandra just to kill the Pilgrim. I would have liked this board a lot better with a dead Scavenger. And a tune with the Ether for Jelle to get him some energy and another land of his choosing. And he gets to attack for 6, putting Pepijn to 1. And then Pepijn has an untap. I don't think Jelle has a way to push through 1 additional damage here. So he will have to pass. Yeah. Puts Pepijn to 1. And passes the turn. So Pepijn back against the wall, certain death on the other side of the table. Says go. And a removal spell plus a Blessed Alliance would keep him alive, but there is the handshake, and that means Jelle wins and goes through to round 3 with a still undefeated record. We see some cards flipped off the top of the deck for Pepijn, revealing a rather classic control deck, but featuring Cloud Blazers as an extra draw and body, of course, to finish out the game. So thank you very much for being with us during round 2. We'll give you some music and we will be back for round 3 in probably 15 minutes. So stick around, enjoy some music, and I'll see you guys later. Feel free to ask some questions in the chat. If you have any suggestions are welcome too, of course. We might be checking in from time to time. See you later.